Hey y'all, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a fun one. This is one that I mentioned a while back. Um, and someone, I had mentioned another color and someone said, do purple, please. So this is all my purple fountain pens. I've done one of these before with pink, but I did all my pink pens in general. And that was a little bit much. So this time I'm just doing fountain pens, which is what you're here for anyway, most of the time, right? So, and I don't want to make it too long. So let's jump right in. So these are in order of like the brand name, um, because I got them off my spreadsheet this way. So this is the Esterbrook SD in Lilac, the original one, and it was available with gold or silver or rhodium trim, and I went with the rhodium trim on this one. I live in LSU country, and I'm not an LSU fan, but it was a little LSU for me to get with the gold, and so I didn't, and I went with the silver, and I really love this one. This is one of my first. Is this my first? I think this was my second or third SD. Like it was really early on that I grabbed this one. So then the second one is the more recent SD Lilac when they brought it back. And I did go for the gold, and it is very LSU, but that's fine. It's really pretty. I do have unboxings of at least some of these, most of these pens. So I'm not going to go real in depth. Y'all know Esties. What I find is interesting is that this one, the first one is bluer. It actually has like blue in it, like in between the pieces. And this one is much more purple. So when I got the second one, I was like, maybe I'll get rid of the first one. And I still may at some point. But then I kind of realized these are actually pretty different. Not that I need to keep them for that reason. That's not what I mean. But they're more different than I expected them to be. So SD Lilac. Um, the next one is a Franklin-Christoph. This is a model that they don't make anymore, and this material, I know it's very magenta, especially just in comparison to this. There's kind of a range of purple here, obviously, but this material is called Pearlple, like pearl with a PLE on the end. So they called it a purple, and so it's here in this video. So this this is a really pretty resin, Franklin-Christoph, that they made this model 66. It was called the Stabilis. And it's called a desk pen because it's really long. Like you wouldn't put this in your pocket. They made a pocket version of it. But it's a very long pen. This was one of my, not this one, but one of these was one of my first, another one of my first fountain pens when I like it was probably my first like smaller maker pen. It was in the ice, like the plain clear one, and I thought it was so cool just because it was so long, and it actually is postable. um, I'm sure you can find people who are willing to sell these, but they just recently stopped making them. But it's a super cool pen. It has one flat side where it says Franklin-Christoph Model 66, and so that serves as your roll stop. And if you're not familiar with Franklin-Christoph, one interesting thing is a lot of their pens have these block threads that are down close to the nib, which is not always the most comfortable for me because I kind of grip close to the nib a lot of times. But these are so long that, I don't really have a problem with it, and I really love this model. Up next is the Humble Jinhao 82. It's a very bluish purple, but I also have a pastel blue, and this is definitely purple next to that one. So super cute, super similar to a Sailor Pro Gear Slim, but with a steel nib. This one has a smooth little steel nib, and yeah, just really cute. Little Jinhao 82. They're like, what, $5? Here is the Kaweco Collection Sport. Nope, it's the Kaweco Skyline Sport in Lavender. Was this not one of the collection? Okay, is this the one that was a collection sport and they made the first batch on accident? They made it say sport instead of Kaweco Collection. I think it was this one. And I was really excited that I got one from the first batch that said sport. if I'm wrong about this one, I am sorry. But I really like this color. I got rid of a lot of my sports last year in when I sold a bunch of pens, but I kept a few, and this cute little lavender one was one that I wanted to keep. Up next is the Lucky Star Pens Stellafane. I know I shared this fairly recently. I got this one this year, back in the spring, I think. And it is made by Tailored Pen Co. for Lucky Star pens. It's got these really cute iridescent stars, holographic stars inside, and got it with an extra fine nib. It has this little Lucky Star Pens roll stop on it, which is my first ever pen to have the little roll stop. I really like this pen, but it has a lot of sharp edges. Like the step right here is sharp. The like the edges, even on the top and bottom, are like sharp, like not gonna harm you, but they're not soft, you know. And then this, you know, with the little star is all pointy, like, which I mean I know sounds silly because it's a star, but I just, when I think of this pen, I just think it's like it's sharp, you know, like you wouldn't want to. I don't know. Just I don't know. I almost feel like you got to be careful with it, but I do really like it. I've enjoyed using it. Um, it's a fun one. Up next is the Pilot Custom 74 in Benifuji. This was a limited one that I had to order from overseas, but I kept seeing it and just thought it was so gorgeous. It has a medium nib on it. I wish I had gotten one of these 74s with a fine nib, but here we are. I do really like the medium nib, but I just wish I had a fine. So this is really pretty. It's kind of a pinkish purple, and then it has these like almost taupe purpley finials and grip, but it's very pretty. It's called Benifuji. That gorgeous gold hardware. I really like this one. My other custom 74 is also purple. I only own two. This is one I tracked down because I wish I had gotten the violet when it was like readily available, and I didn't. And thankfully found a seller who was selling it for right around the original price. So that was fine. But I really love this one. If I had to keep only one of them, I would keep this one. I don't know. This resin feels really good. It feels a little bit like this one feels a little more plasticky. I don't think it feels cheap, but it's a little more plasticky. And this, you know, clear material is more substantial feeling. And of course, it has this like silver, rhodium, whatever hardware. Also has a medium nib, super smooth, really nice. Pilot nibs are always wonderful. Yep, love that one. Next, Platinum 3776 Nice Lavande. It came in this color, and I think the year before they released, this one is called Lilac, which is like a supposedly lilac, but it's really very pink. So here's a comparison of those two. But this one is definitely purple. The Nice Lavande. Love a Platinum 3776. This has rose gold hardware. Both of these do, like the other one, the pink one does too. Medium nib on this one, and great writer. Just a beautiful, beautiful pen. This has these like they're not facets. They kind of look like facets, don't they? But it's little lines that are cut in to the material, so it is very comfortable to write with, but you don't want to sit and like run your hand around this, you know, like they're not sharp, but they're not smooth, you know. So anyway, interesting material on that one, but really like it. This is a humble Platinum Meteor, little Hello Kitty Meteor. Has the same guts as a Platinum Plaisir and a Prera and all those pens. So, like, I think you can just take this grip and put it in any of those inexpensive Platinum pens. But I really like this little Hello Kitty series, these little glittery, translucent ones. Just a very sweet, little, inexpensive, fun pen. Up next is a Russ pens, Delvies Plastics material. It's an acrylic. This doesn't exactly have a name, but it's like a 14 millimeter, I want to say, is what he calls it. And I don't know, I don't have a, what's it called? I don't have words. I don't have the thing that measures the width, so I don't know where the 14 millimeters is, but it's definitely a chunk. Like, this is a chunkier grip than like an SD or anything like that. And I was able to choose what color nib. I got this black nib on it, which I think looks really cool. This is so incredibly transparent and just gorgeous. When I saw these on Russ's Instagram, I was like, yes, send it to me right now. Ended up with this one and also an electric blue, which I showed you. If you watched my handmade pens video, then you saw these. But this is such a cool pen, and Russ just absolutely does some of the very best. Russ is like way up there at the very tip top of the work that he does. It's incredible. The gloss, the polishing on the inside, like the threads are as smooth as they could possibly be. Zero complaints. Just stunning work. So if you like a chunky pen, I've seen him pop up a couple of these on his Instagram lately in some different colors. Okay, the next one, I have 3 Sailors. This is a Sailor 1911 standard. This is an Amethyst, and I think this was a Gold Spot exclusive. It's again an LSU gold and purple pen, and it's super cute. I think this one is on the chopping block for me because it has a broad nib on it, and I am just not using broad nibs. I have honestly not used this pen much over the years for different reasons. Sometimes it's because the grip is small and I just prefer a slightly larger grip to the 1911 standard or the Pro Gear Slim, and this broad nib is smooth. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not one that I enjoy super much. So I'm gonna actually be doing a vlog sale very soon, and I have a lot of pens in it. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. But this is one that's going to be in the vlog sale. I really like it. I think it's beautiful, but I think it's just time to move it on and let someone else enjoy it. Yeah, so next is another Sailor. It is a Pro Gear Slim Mini, and while it has the same grip size as the 1911 standard, I like these minis because they're so small and portable. Like, I don't pick these up for super long writing sessions, but I just like them for being able to put in your pocket or whatever. I mean, not that I toss these around, but this is a Birthstone series one, and this is the Freesia February. So it's Amethyst and Freesia. So it has the little Freesia flower right there on the top and on the nib. Really pretty. Really pretty. I like that a lot. And it has glitter all throughout. I love this lilac-y warm purple. And then my third Sailor is my only Sailor Pro Gear, like full-size Pro Gear. This one does have a fine nib on it, and it's very fine. You can see it's in like a warmer purple, like leaning magenta, but it is, I still consider it to be a purple, I think, kind of fuchsia. Beautiful gold hardware, and it's actually called Lavender. It's a Wancher like exclusive, Lavender, but I don't feel like this is Lavender. Like, I consider this to be Lavender, not this one, but that's what they called it. So yeah, super pretty Sailor, my only Pro Gear standard. I have 2 of these TWSBIs, and I got rid of a lot of my TWSBIs again in that last sale, but these are 2 that were never going to leave my collection. This is the Lilac, and this one is the Glow Purple. So the Lilac I got the Lilac one first, and I remember thinking, like, it's not exactly translucent, but it is just a little bit, I think. Yeah, I mean, like, I can see a little light shining through, like, around the edge. Anyway, to me it just looked kind of like jelly, you know, like I don't know. And I like it. Like it almost looks like it could be squishy. And so I really like this uh, lilac. And then the glow purple is almost the very same color, but it's the glow in the dark. And it is translucent. So this was a no-brainer purchase as well, and really, really like this one. Last couple, this is my other TWSBI Diamond Mini in the grape. And y'all know I don't like metal grips traditionally, but when I saw this color, of course it's got a little bit of ink in it. It's actually in my to be clean pile, but the color of this grape color of the grape color, I just thought I could not pass up. And again, this mini pen is not something that I like grab for long writing sessions, and so I can tolerate the metal grip. I don't hate it, you know. I can tolerate it because I enjoy like the color of this pen so much. I got one with a great nib on it. It's a medium nib, but it's fairly fine for a medium. And I sold my other TWSBI Diamond Mini, so this is the only one I have anymore, and I really like that purple. And the last pen that I classify as purple is actually called Perry Rich. It's Winkle, but it's a White Bear Pens Ursa model, and it's just not quite blue enough for me to call it blue like in my spreadsheet. So it falls under purple, even though it is the bluest probably of. It's kind of close to this one, but it's about the bluest of all the purples. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely periwinkle, blue, purplish. I don't know. But okay, I'm including it. So I know some of you might not include it. I love White Bear Pens. Michaela, her work is so good. This is my only Ursa model, but I do want another one in like a more fun material. I love that she does these clear caps with the glitter. Like how I've said this before, when I did the unboxing, like there's not that many ways to make a pen feel new, and the work that she does feels fresh and new, you know? Like she like I have two of the Echo models, and she puts these pretty little bands in them and an inlay in the finial. I mean, this is not like extremely innovative, but it just feels a little different. But when the Ursa model came out, I was like, oh, this is different. You know, the clear cap with the glitter and then the clear finial. It's just a little different, you know. The cap is very long, like it's probably longer than the barrel, honestly, almost. It's the same length. So anyway, if you're not keeping an eye on White Bear Pens, you definitely should, because she's doing some great stuff. Couple of honorable mentions. Oh, I meant to compare the punch. This is the Esterbrook SD in punch. It is definitely magenta, but I thought I would just give you a comparison of the color to the two lilac ones. Again, this is the older one. This is the newer one, and there's the punch. I also have some pens that like have purple in them, you know. This one's again kind of a bluey or purple, but this is a Sailor Pillow Book Spring Sky, I think is what it's called. It's got purple. Also have this Bone Crusher Velma that is a blue to purple color shift. So it's not a purple pen, but it's got lots of purple on it. I have a few others that have purple in them too, and so I didn't bring them all out. But and then the TWSBI Diamond 580 in Iris is got that like rainbow iridescence, but it's largely purpley. You know, like most of the iridescence on mine at least is purple. And last but not least, I have this little zebra fountain pen, which my mom gave me. She got a pack of 12 at Christmas, and she gave me one, and it's a great little writer. They're like $20 or something for a pack of 12 on Amazon, and nice little purple ink pen. So it's one of those that you can buy a bunch of them and give them to your friends when they get curious about fountain pens, you know? So, but I keep it, I use it, it's in my pen case. So anyway, that's my purple pen collection. Let me know what you think. Do you have any questions? Keep your eyes peeled for my vlog sale because I've got a bunch of pens that are going to be in it. I think that's the only purple one, unless I decide about this lilac. But I think right now I'm thinking I'm going to keep it. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, and I'll talk to you very soon. Hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for hanging with me. Bye.